Auditor's report is on page 7. Independent auditor's report to the member of Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have audited the accompanying financial statement of Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which comprise the balance sheet as of 31st December 2015, the income statement, statement of changes in equity and cash flow statement for the year that ended, and a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory notes. Directors' responsibility for the financial statements. The directors are responsible for the preparation and the fair presentation of these financial statements in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and the Companies Act 2013. This responsibility includes maintaining internal control relevant to the preparation of financial statements that are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, selecting and applying appropriate accounting policies that are consistent with generally accepted accounting principles, and making accounting estimates that are reasonable in the circumstances. Auditor's responsibility. Our responsibility is to express an opinion on these financial statements based on our audit report. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. Those standards require that we comply with ethical requirements, plan and perform the audit to obtain reasonable assurance whether the financial statements are free from material misstatement. An audit involves performing procedures to obtain audit evidence about the amounts and disclosures in the financial statements. The procedures selected depend on the auditor's judgment, including the assessment of the risks of material misstatement of the financial statements, whether due to fraud or error. In making those risk assessments, the auditor considers internal control relevant to the entity's preparation and fair presentation of the financial statements in order to design audit procedures that are appropriate in the circumstances, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of the entity's internal control. An audit also includes evaluating the appropriateness of accounting policies used and the reasonableness of significant estimates made by the directors, as well as evaluating the overall presentation of the financial statements. We believe that the audit opinion that we have obtained is sufficient, so the evidence that we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for audit opinion. In our opinion, the financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the company as of 31st December 2015 and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and have been properly prepared in accordance with the requirements of the Companies Act 2013, signed PK, dated 30th March 2016.
Let's thank them once more whilst the retiring members will kindly now join the general membership, and we will invite those members that now come unopposed to sit and join the new board. So we'll thank Mr. Yai, Professor Mr. Banga. Thank you. To start with, we have 4 directors that have retired. But please, before we go to the new members that have been elected, I think we should also give a bigger round of applause for those members that will continue to serve, because I'll tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to continue. But moreover, I want to say that it's been pretty constructive. Even those candidates that had earlier expressed possible interest have been quite constructive and engaging with the chamber in trying to find solutions and to ensure that there are fit and proper processes in place to ensure that everybody is given due prominence and due procedure is adhered to. So I really want to thank the whole membership, really, for their maturity and their interest in the chamber. Please join me in sharing appreciation for all the members. I think particularly I should mention that the president was one candidate who actually wanted to open up for the presidency. So he was surprised that actually nobody opposed him. So I think let's give the president a bigger round of applause. Likewise, the other members who have also kindly agreed to continue to give in their time and effort. I've been told the way to go now is actually for the 4 candidates that are available for the 4 positions. I will call up their names one by one for their positions, and unless they're the only candidates anyway, so even if you still deny them, the Constitution allows that, does not allow that they will not be elected. But notwithstanding, let's go through the procedure. The first candidate is for Vice President, and the candidate by the membership is Mr. Babukar Khan, the Managing Director of Reliance Financial Services. Mr. Khan. Thank you. The next positions are for directors. The first candidate who's unopposed is Mr. Bajara Jabi, who is the CEO of Sky High Group Limited. Mr. Bajara, please join me. Mrs. Fatou Cisse of Immediate Money, Immediate Finance. Welcome, Ms. Cisse. Thank you. The last, not the least, is another lady, Mrs. Umi Cisse Sala of Discovery Tours. Oh, she's not here. Okay. Okay, I haven't received any apologies, but we presume perhaps she's got some unexcusable reason. So that's the last and final candidate. So we want to thank you all for your confidence in the new board. We're happy that we have an additional lady on the board, but I can assure you, even with the 3 ladies we had, Mr. President, they spoke and they represented the women as well as the men. So I am confident with the extra one, they will continue to do the same.
Mr. President, Gcci, esteemed board members, membership of the Gcci, I feel taken aback by the comments made by Ali, and the opportunity to just say 1 or 2 words. Being at the helm of affairs, to see the significant transformation that has taken place in the chamber certainly is very comforting to me, and also it shows the spirit of commitment that he has displayed, and also the very, bright, intelligent, dynamic young people that he has been able to associate with. And I'm also humbled by the fact that some of the founding members of the chamber are still around. I'll mention Mrs. Sar, I'll mention Sarata, who we recruited at the time, and I'm trained amongst others. And to also have Ali Useka, who we have worked very, closely together from the transformation of the hotel industry in Senegambia in Kairaba Beach Hotel, and he also served as president of the Hotel Association, to come in as CEO and to do the magnificent job that he has done. Really is comforting. I always say three things to people, and all of those, all of us look towards the United States. The United States was developed by muscle power, and that muscle power originated from Gambia and Senegal and Africa as a whole. Now the transformation that we are seeing now for Africa to keep rising will certainly originate from mind power, brain power, and that is what we see around the board of the GCCI and also the membership of the GCCI. In the United States, three transformational statements happened. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." And this is what all of us are doing. The opportunity cost for all of you around the table, including Gambia's own Bill Gates, would have been several times more millionaires than to stay in the Gambia. We also have the Grameen Bank in the Lions in our midst. The other formative statement that was made by Benjamin Franklin, and he said, every morning when you wake up, as you go into your office, ask yourself one question: what am I going to do today? And as you leave at 4 o'clock or at 6 o'clock, ask yourself, what have I done today? And the reason is, if you don't ask those questions, you'll be going to work and realize that you have been going to work but not doing much and not making an impact. The final statement I always make, which relates to the chamber, is that we need to have 3 R's in the chamber. And I'm happy that this is happening. We need to be representative within the chamber, and that is happening. We have to be relevant to our members, and we have to be responsive to our members. And I'm happy that all of those things are happening. But the most fundamental transformation statement made by John F. Kennedy, which all of us should always remind ourselves, is ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for the country. And that is the sacrifice that all of you are making individually and collectively. And we hope and pray that the Almighty will guide us to higher heights. I always say that Gambia, being small, easily has all the attributes to be the heaven on earth, but it's all a mindset issue. We got independence together with Singapore in 1965. Our per capita GDP in 65 was higher than that of Singapore. And I always tell people that you must read, apart from reading the Quran and the Bible, you must read from first world to from third world to first world by Ling Wan Yu. And he said 2 things are fundamental. One, for that transformation to happen, one is to have skills. You must learn a new skill every year. The second thing is to have a positive mental attitude and to celebrate success, because success inspires success. All of you are successful and you are giving back and you have made an impact, and we pray for you to continue the mantle of leadership and think as one, because together we can all achieve. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Toure, Chair Professor Abdoulaye Bax Toure. Wherever we meet, Mr. Toure leaves us always a lot wiser than when we had come. And I hope you share the same sentiments. With those words, really, I don't think I have any more to add to thank the board, but also to thank also the membership for having come and having actively participated today. But also I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the new board members again. And I trust they will live up to Mr. Toure's kind welcome remarks. and therefore the last thing to do is to wish you all safe return to your homes. Before we pray, because I already had the call for his prayers, but Alhaji Sheikh Professor Abdullah Toure is here. He will lead us in prayers. But before we, well, of course, Sheikh Abdullah Toure is saying there's another Sheikh in town, Sheikh Papa Yusuf Ajay. So maybe he'll lead us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President, the new board members and the old board members, we want to thank you all very much for taking the afternoon today to come and sit with us to go through the activity for the last year. We count on your continuous support. We also want to once more thank the auditors, PKF, for coming to present the accounts. We will now close with 1 minute or a few moments of quiet, silent prayer in our own ways. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Viewers, we are here with two very important members from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Papa Yusunjai and also Mr. Dambel from the DBC. I will ask them how they are feeling today and then being a retired member from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, sir.
Well, I think I've mentioned the fact that we are currently retired but not tired. It has been a great honor to serve at the chamber. You know, myself and also a young businessman. So to have been given the opportunity by the membership of the chamber to serve over the past 3 years has meant a great deal of things. On my own part, I've learned a lot serving with my current president and the other board members. But with everything in life, I'm of the opinion that it's time to step down and allow other members of the business community to come and serve. Of course, when we are truly retired, probably we'll come back to serve some more with more experience. But I'm of the opinion that to have served over the past 3 years, to have be part of the success that the president has talked about. When we came on board, you know, the chamber had done well, but there were challenges with the chamber financially, constitutionally. We brought in a new constitution. That's why guys like us have the power to retire, because all of these things were not in the last constitution where people would serve forever. So we brought in a new constitution. You can see the surplus happening over the past 2 years. And I'm of the opinion that, you know, on the technology side, the mobile app by the chamber, you know, ISRT, many other things. So I'm of the opinion that it's for people to judge us. But if I'm asked what we've done over the past 3 years, I would say that, you know, we've played our part. And I'm totally grateful to the membership and, of course, the CEO and his staff and the president and my fellow directors for allowing us to serve and, you know, serving for our country, because the business community is part of the country. Yes.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Dam?
Very similar sentiments. It's beautiful to be part of a process where you would help to change and influence change in people's lives. Today, if you can see, business is the driving force of the economy, and having SMEs getting involved and being in the process of directing policies or influencing policies and stuff through government intervention. I think it's beautiful. I'm grateful to be part of it. Yeah, thank you very much.
What message do you have to give to the new members?
I think to the new membership, I'm of the opinion that being on the board is like being at university. There's a lot of things you learn, and we work as a team. And I'm of the opinion that you've seen the challenges that were in the president's report. So let them be ready to volunteer. It's not a paying directorship. You don't get salaries every month. So I'm of the opinion that the focus is to work together as a team and, you know, be responsible for the wishes of the Gambian business community. I think that would be my advice. Thank you.
Your last words?
Thank you to Gambia, and we wish everybody the best. You know, let's keep it going. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Viewers, we are here with the new Vice President of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Babukar Khan. We'll let him introduce himself more, and then he will tell us how he's feeling about his new position here at the Gambia Chamber of Commerce. Good evening.
Good evening, madam, and thank you very much. My name is Babu Karkan. I'm the Managing Director, Reliance Financial Services. Just delighted by the confidence of the members of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry to have elected me onto their board as the Vice President. I also recognize the challenge, but also to just assure the membership and the wider business community that our primary responsibility is to serve and make sure their interests are protected at all times. That is our mandate as members of the board, and we will encourage them to hold us to the highest possible of standards and to criticize us when we are not on the path that they have laid out for us, but also to come and support the chamber. The chamber is as good as its membership base. It was disheartening to hear from the President's statement, of the CEO's statement, that out of the total of 700 registered members, about 50% are fee-paying. That is something that we have to change so that the chamber can become a lot more vibrant, a lot more stronger financially, in order to deliver the services that are essential and are expected by the members.
What are your expectations, sir?
The expectations primarily will be to deliver based on the strategic plan that the chamber has developed, and to make sure that we continue to engage with our primary stakeholders, mainly government, based on engagements and advocacy, to make sure that the private sector continues to be the key driver of growth, to strengthen the public-private sector partnership, to make sure that together we are able to contribute meaningfully in the overall socio-economic development of the country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Viewers, we are here with Mr. Louis Sarkis from FIG. We will ask him how he is feeling today and was he satisfied with his answers, because we've seen the debate between him and the auditors of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Actually, I was very much pleased about the way the accounts were prepared this year compared to last year. Okay. And of course, I noticed particularly that there has been a very good development in the financial activities of Gcci. I noticed that really the balance sheet net assets have grown significantly, which is a good sign. Now, my only issue about the accounts were that I noticed the subscriptions from members have dropped significantly, and of course that's why I posed the question to the audit, to the management, to find out why this significant drop. And of course, well, they have issues about certain members paying up their fees, their subscriptions. But nonetheless, I think they have a duty to ensure that all the membership come up with a subscription, because not only do we rely on the subscriptions, for various reasons. I mean, they need to pay up so that we'll be able to sustain the financial activities of the chamber. Now, I also realized that apart from the subscription, there have been some significant increases in fundraising drive. That is, in fact, the core activities of the chamber, which really has shown up very significantly in the accounts. That has helped significantly to boost the income of the chamber. Now, there are some other issues, of course, of presentation in the accounts that I highlighted. One of them being the land, the way the land and buildings were lumped together in the accounts was a deviation from last year's accounts. And I had to find out why have they lumped the two together. Last year, they separated the land and the buildings, and that would give at least the users of the accounts an indication of what the buildings are after depreciation, what the net book value is, compared to the land, which is not depreciated. Now, those are the issues that I raised, but in general, I was very much happy with the way the accounts were presented, and it all went very, very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.